Hey everyone, it's Average Gatsby, and welcome back to my Mass Effect guide. Just picking up right here where we left off, and as you can see, I'm kind of in a bad situation here. Fortunately, though, because we are playing as a Vanguard, we have the advantage of being able to, charge ahead using our barrier, and that's exactly what I do. I found that this was actually not really that bad of a spot, even though the snipers do have some range on me here. Because I was able to wait at that spot and kill most of the enemy, I didn't really have too much of a problem. And plus, I'm going to be able to move, when I move ahead to that spot that you see me aiming at right there, where I'm putting my allies. Notice on the right side of the map, the sort of, I guess you could say, construction type setup. I don't know what those obligatory walls are. Maybe they're supposed to be retaining walls or something. But that's going to prevent me from getting sniped on the right side, which is really nice. As you can see, they can't shoot each other from there. And then I was able to pistol snipe the sniper off of the tower, so that was good too. And we're just moving ahead here. There's only a few enemies left, so. Not too difficult. I threw down the barrier and then, pop marksman and just lay waste. And he tries to save himself by making a little shield, but that doesn't work. And then right here, I see that the rocket troopers might be using that for cover pretty soon. I hit him with the wanted to hit him with sabotage, but Garrus wasn't in range. My allies, you'll notice, did not follow me at all because I placed them. And, that's just something you always got to keep in mind. They're not going to follow you unless you say, hey, regroup. But I used throw on there to knock over the barrier. I wish they kind of added more of that in this game and in Mass Effect 2. Just more, environmental things of that nature. That would have been really nice. So, I'm about to go fight the Geth Armature. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you save before you walk into this fight, and specifically save maybe at a farther point away. I like to walk into this fight rather than die and then respawn at the exact same area. I found that for some reason they seem to be a little bit less set up in the beginning to kill you if you walk into the fight as opposed to respawning. It's kind of a subtle difference, but it's a difference all the same. So what you're going to do, as soon as the screen turns on, you're going to hit the pause button absolutely as soon as you can, because as you can see, you are totally screwed by starting off here. I'm going to place Rex in the forwardmost, next to the forwardmost container, and then Garrus back a little bit further, and they're going to essentially tank for me, and then I'm going to make a beeline up to these crates up here. And once I've made it up here, I'm going to be okay. My allies might not be okay, but I am going to be alright. One thing I'm doing right here is, I'm just staying up at the top and, trying to pick out the targets one-on-one. That's basically what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be choosing, each target at a time. I hit the shock trooper with sabotage there because I didn't want Garrus to get killed, and then just using my pistol to finish him off. And unfortunately, I overheated. Still getting used to that. Still getting used to the fact that weapons can and do overheat. You'll notice right here, as I'm staying behind these crates, I'm not going to get shot at all from the enemy, and so I can concentrate on the ghosts and things of that nature. This is definitely not a easy fight. Going to this spot makes it a heck of a lot easier, but you can still die extremely quickly when you pop out of cover, and you can still take, major damage from the ghosts and snipers if you let yourself go out of cover too much. You'll see I basically did my tactic with adrenaline rush, or not adrenaline rush. Is that what it's called? I forget. Whatever the move is that resets your cooldown. Totally forgot what it's called right now. but just did that so I could pop my Unity and bring my squad mates back to life, and then I popped them out of jail right afterwards. And as you can see, you know, Rex takes one for the team, goes down almost immediately, unfortunately, but he still, you know, he still helped me out, even though he's not really doing too much damage. It's always nice to have them distracted, and if he kept Garrus, if you even help keep Garrus alive a little bit longer, because Garrus is just a heck of a lot more useful in this section, being able to sabotage these enemies. It's just really nice. So I'm basically right here trying to make sure that Rex gets back into cover a little bit more. I see that when he's coming back that he's sort of standing out there a little bit too far and getting hit by the Armature. You'll notice I haven't even taken shots at the Armature yet. You want to really just kill everyone else in this section before taking him on, because he has so much health and so much regeneration. That's really the biggest thing, is just the ridiculous amount of regeneration that that the Armature does. And you know, as you can see, I'm using my various moves. I use Warp to finish that one unit off, and you'll notice when you hit the Stalkers with Throw, what happens to them is they don't get pushed very far, but they tend to have like a particular pattern on the ground that they jump from one point to another. When you hit them with your Throw, it throws them off of that pattern. And so, you know, that's something just to keep in mind. Notice how quickly the Armature reloads its shields. I mean, it's just ridiculous. So I highly recommend that you just fire at it for as long as you can, as often as you can. You know, just put firepower on it and try to keep those shields down. Even firing a couple shots, what you're mainly going to be trying to do is, you know, once you see that your weapon's starting to overload, you'll see that my fire rate was slowing down right there. What I'm trying to do here, and I'm switching to my shotgun so I can do it, I'm just trying to keep his shields from regenerating, even more than, you know, trying to necessarily take out the shield. I don't want any regeneration to happen, because that's just going to slow down my killing speed of this Armature, and it's going to recover very quickly from, you know, any sort of that damage. Using Marksman right here, and then as you can see, I use Throw. Throw has no effect at all on the Armature, but using Warp is very effective, and the reason for using Warp is not for the damage, but because Warp grants a damage bonus by destroying the defenses of the target. It makes them less resistant to damage. I think at this point it is a 50% reduction, but it could be 60%. I might be wrong. As you can see, this is a really long fight, especially because I don't have all my allies, but it's just, you know, straight up long fight. I mean, I don't have super powerful weapons, and the Armature has a heck of a lot of health. So I'm just going to keep shooting it until it goes down, and, you know, I've got Marksman up, but I'm trying not to overload the pistol, and there we go. We finally take it out, and Rex is going to come back now that that's done, and I'll pop the Metagel and, you know, cause his health to revive somewhat. Unfortunately, Garrus is having to do all the work when it comes to first aid. He's the only person with first aid, and I've got his first aid nearly maxed out at this section because I know that he's the only one that's going to be doing any sort of healing. Might pick up first aid when I switch around my party some more, maybe have 2 people with first aid. I don't know. I may roll with Garrus and Rex and myself the whole time, or I might roll with Garrus and Liara. Not sure. I'll be messing around with that, and I will use every squad mate, so and talk about their traits specifically when the time comes. So don't worry about that. Right there, you can just throw him off the edge, and he'll get taken out instantly. And now I could walk out ahead, but I realized this is a really good spot to just sort of hide in, and was able to pick off that sniper, and then, you know, I don't want to get in a close range fight with the shock trooper because he's got a rapid fire weapon. But if you hit him with the sabotage, boom, it's done. And then he just stands out there. That's the one thing that's really funny about this game is the AI is just really not very intelligent sometimes. I mean, you're fighting these Geth and you're wondering, how did the Quarians ever get beat by them? But, that's neither here nor there. Just keep in mind that a shock trooper is going to have the same basic movements, whether it can use or not use its weapon. Well, we are drawing to a close on this video. I'm going to head down the elevator, and there's not really going to be any more action. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me any feedback you like. Rate, comment, subscribe. I try to read everything and answer any questions that I can. If you have something really pressing, send me a personal message. And anyway, I'll see you guys later.